Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to today's Yin Yoga practice. So today we are going to focus mainly on our lower back, on a hip area. In Yin Yoga mostly we focus on the lower body. This practice is a slow-paced practice. It's influenced and inspired, I would say, by Taoist philosophy. You can definitely look for this Taoist philosophy, which is more like go with the flow. Exactly my title, girl with the flow. We will talk about a lot about the resistance, having faith and the surrender during the practice as we be practicing our poses. Remember that we follow three principles in Yin Yoga. Principle number one, that we find our edge, we find that appropriate depth to which we would like to go and stay for a long period of time. Principle number two, we find our stillness after we find the edge. So we do not make any unnecessary movements. We find the stillness, we find that meditative state of mind for ourselves so that we can really truly connect with ourselves. Number three, we hold into our asana for the time that we have decided. So if you're really ready to dive into a practice which is slow and you're ready to go slow down and relax your mind at the same time having really great benefits for your body, then this is a perfect practice for you. Grab some cushions, some pillows, some bolsters if you have around you. If you don't have, fine, you can do this practice without the props as well, but props will make your practice a little bit more comfortable and accessible if you have them. So let's meet on the mat and let's explore this practice together. So you can lie down on your back. You can either keep your knees bent or straight. Keeping your legs, if you're keeping your knees bent, keep your feet away from each other, almost touching the longer edge of the mat. And if your legs are straight, again the same rule, and allow yourself to really relax. Palms and arms can be away from your torso. Maybe tuck your chin slightly in. If you want, you can support your head with a cushion if that feels more comfortable to you. Take a nice long deep breath in to bring ourselves back here into the present moment, connecting with everything into this moment. It can be really challenging suddenly cutting yourself off from the external world, from everything that is going outside this experience. And allow yourself to really settle down here slowly and gradually. You don't have to push yourself. Body weight settling down on the ground as you relax deeper and deeper. Focus on your breath, watching yourself breathing in and out through your nostrils. So for next few breaths, we are going to focus only in our nostril and feeling this breath flow in the nostrils alone. Shift your focus to your chest as you inhale and exhale and feel whatever movement that you can feel in your chest. If you want to place your palm over your heart center to feel this moment, feel free to do that. Also, let us try and focus on our belly. Maybe placing your right palm on your belly. Maybe your breath is flowing up to the belly. Notice that expansion and contraction. Notice the rise and fall of your belly as you inhale and exhale. From your nostril, the air flows down to your lungs and the diaphragm gets pushed down, and which further on pushes your belly out and in. And let's now slowly come out of this. Allow your palms to go away again. If your knees are bent, extend your knees forward, bring your feet together, stretch your arms up, stretch your whole body. Bend your knees, roll over to your right. Make a pillow with your right hand and press your left palm down to lift yourself back up, to come back into your sitting posture. Let's join the palms together. We'll be chanting 1 Om 3 Shantis to begin this session. Breathe in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you exhale, you can open your eyes. We're going to begin the first pose with double pigeon. You can place your left shin parallel to the edge of the mat. If you're facing the shorter edge, longer edge, doesn't matter, just keep it parallel. And bring your right shin over the left one. Now for some of you, maybe there's a gap between your knee and your feet, and that is when you choose to keep a cushion or block, whatever you have around you, the pillow under your knee, so that you can really support this knee and really you can be comfortable in your pose. Some of you may be needing a cushion under your hips as well, maybe because if your lower back is rolling too back and you want to keep it a little bit rolling forward, then sitting over the cushion at the edge of the cushion would be the best option. So once you find your edge here into your double pigeon position, that is when we are going to do a side release. So you can place your right palm on the right side, raise your left arm up, and bending, start to bend over to your right side. Now, maybe keeping your arm like this can be really uncomfortable after some time. That is when maybe choosing to just let your arm go behind you and let it just keep hanging over there. Maybe the back of your palm resting over your back. Your head can go down or up depending on whatever feels more comfortable to you. If you feel like resting this head over your shoulder, then maybe giving some height to this right palm and placing your palm over the bolster instead and folding over on one side, resting your head over your arm by bending your elbow, resting your elbow on your bolster. So this can be really, a comfortable chill position for you to really chill. So depending on how much challenge that you want to give yourself, if it is a day for you to relax into your pose by just not pushing yourself too much. If it is a day for you wherein you can challenge yourself a bit more. So just choose. I sometimes just let my arm rest on my head, like this, so you can try that as well. Just a bit of shorter time here in the side release. Nothing too much, just maybe a minute or two here. From here, come back to the center. Let us move on to the other side. Left palm onto the left side. Right arm up, parallel to your ear, dropping it down or dropping it back, or choose another position with your bolster or the prop. Remember to find your edge. Remember to be still once you found your edge. Slowly coming back to the center, and the long holding will happen to the front. So place your palms wider than your knees away from each other and start to walk your palms forward. Now over here you can simply stay here or maybe bend your elbows, bring your torso fully down as much as your body allows. There are multiple options. You can use the bolster also in front of you and resting your forearms on the bolster, resting your elbows and resting your forehead on your palms, or make a pile of pillows, whatever feels more comfortable to you. So let us explore, find your edge, and allow yourself to really relax here into your pose. If you're absolutely in the center, fine, no problem. Respect your body, respect your edge. Let us be grateful alone for the fact that we are here practicing together and we are able to do this practice today. We don't have any other demand from our body, any other requirement. Just being happy with exactly where we are. Always remember to surrender your body, surrender your torso. Allow the gravity to work on your pose, the pose to work on your body. And trusting the process as always. And press your palms back down to walk your palms back, sending the floor away with your palms. Nicely, safely coming back into the neutral position. And now we are going to change the side. So changing the side means if your right shin is on top, this time your left shin will come on top. Stay again, keeping them parallel to each other. Support your knee with the cushion if need be, moving on to the side release first. So you can place your left palm onto the left side and then bending over to your left, maybe right arm up or behind you, just throwing it behind you. Maybe a minute and a half here. And notice the change in sensations as you change the sides, as you maybe you're folding on the side, the change when you fold forward. And when you start noticing these small little changes, it shows that you're becoming aware of your practice, you're becoming aware of your body, and you are listening to it. And then the practice itself will teach you a lot about what your body wants, what it is asking for. So it is a wonderful opportunity for you to really dive deep into your body, mind, and spirit. And you can now come back to the center, change the side. Usually for this practice, when it comes to clothes, I would suggest wearing either loose cloth or cotton. I wouldn't suggest spandex or polyester for this one. So that, you know, the touch of the cloth, the touch of the fabric is also very important, making you feel connected and, comfortable during the practice. And let's come back in the center, folding forward into our double pigeon. Allow your spine to round. In Yin Yoga, we allow our spine to round because it is about relaxation. We don't engage muscles, too many muscles in Yin Yoga, just bare minimum, because we are holding for that long. We are not supposed to engage our muscles for long. So that's why let yourself be and enjoy yourself. Like in the beginning, I said, you can find your edge. Finding your edge doesn't have to be fixed edge. With time, you may go deeper, or you may want to go shallower. That's perfectly fine. It only shows how you're becoming aware of your body. And the deeper edge automatically, naturally comes to you when you allow it to be received by you. Your body will be pulled down by the gravity anyway. All you need to do, let go of resistance and allow that to happen. That pull is so natural and gradual that it will never hurt you. So you can trust it and allow it. And press your palms back down. Walk your palms back to bring yourself back in the center. Relax here, extend your legs out, maybe place your palms behind you. Stretch your knees out. If you want, you can rotate your ankles or rotate your neck or whatever movement that you feel like making wherever. And now we are going to move to one of my personal favorite pose, which is Virasana. We can either, we practice that a lot. We can either go into Supta Virasana, or it is also called as saddle pose in Yin Yoga. So for that, you can come in the kneeling down position, placing your knees hip distance apart, and start to settle your hips down in between your feet. So if you can't really reach your hips down, then place a cushion underneath, the back of your foot resting on the floor. You can also support your ankles with a rolled towel, napkin, whatever. You can also have something under your knees if it is too straining in your knees. Now over here, you can either stay in the center, or if you have the bolster, maybe place the bolster touching your sacrum, the shorter edge of the bolster. Place your palms on the side and vertebrae by vertebrae. You allow your spine to relax on the bolster. You can directly lie down on the floor like this if that feels more comfortable to you. Arms on the side. Another variation for this, you can open one leg if both legs bent feels very uncomfortable to you. So let us stay here for about 3 to 4 minutes. And don't shy away from adjusting yourself before you really settle down. I like to really keep my arms up because it gives me more sense of opening in the chest. So you may like to try that. You may want to support your head with the cushion. You can try that. There are different options that you can try here. And see what happens when you surrender. You may have deeper sensation in your lower back when you just let go completely. In this pose, we may have tendency to hold up especially in the area of your groin and lower back, and try and surrender and see what happens. It can get a little uncomfortable. Allow yourself to watch that discomfort as well, and try and see if you can let go of resistance. So when you come across a discomfort, and it can be a mental or physical discomfort, anything. And what happens when we don't resist that discomfort and we allow it and receive it as if it is just like any other experience, it makes our life much more easier. If you are holding on to one side, if your one knee is pointing up, and then you can change. This is like one of the challenging poses. So feel free to come out of it and sit in Vajrasana or in the neutral position whenever you feel that you can't take this anymore. And if you feel that it is in your capacity to go through that discomfort that you might be feeling, and then maybe that's the best way to open your body up. Opening the hips, loosening up your quads, ankles, And slowly bring your arms back down. Press your palms down on the floor, elbows down on the floor, and slowly lifting your spine up. So we don't come out of any of the pose with the jerk, or don't make any sudden movement. Very slowly, because some of the fixation happens when we hold into our asana for this long. That's why just slowly moving out of them. Stretch your legs forward into caterpillar pose. We are going to get into caterpillar pose. So folding forward after this, it will also relax the back muscles at the same time and relax your mind really. So when you stretch, extend your legs forward. After that, you can either place your palms on the mat and walk your palms forward. Allow your spine to round, no problem. You can also sit over the cushion if it feels uncomfortable. The edge of the cushion. You can have the bolster on your lap and just resting your forearm, whatever that you want to, on the bolster. You can have pile of pillows on your lap and rest your head over the pillows. So see what you want to do. Just find the edge wherein you know there's some work happening in the body. You'll feel a little bit of stretch in your lower back. Of course, you'll feel some stretch, kind of stress in your hamstring. So let us stay here for about 4 to 5 minutes. Once you find the edge, surrender, let go of every control, and let your body be, let your mind be. Sometimes this practice can bring up a lot of emotions as well, because you get a lot of time, your mind relaxes, your mind starts to then dive deep into your subconscious, wherein certain things, when they are locked and we don't want to face them, may surface. And that's why many people hesitate or resist meditation as well, because they don't want to really see what really comes up there. But this is really a good opportunity for you to process all of that. And sometimes some body pain can also surface, and that's also fine, because which means it is asking for your attention, and this is the time for you to give it attention that it requires. Again, press your palms back down. Walk your palms back. Bring yourself back in the center. And we're going to transition to lie down on our back from here. Moving into the bridge pose or the variation of the bridge pose again for your back here. So we are mostly focusing on the hamstrings, the hip and the lower back. So over here you may want to use a bolster, cushion or maybe pillows if you have the pillows. If you don't have any prop with you, that's perfectly fine. So lying down on your back, keeping your knees bent. First I will show you without the prop. If you don't have the prop, anything around you, then place your palms on the side and whatever little that you can lift your hips up, lift up. Finding your edge is very important. If you will push yourself, then maybe you may not be able to sustain at a higher level. So I would suggest find the edge and see wherever you can feel that there's work happening, that's where you stop. Now, if you can use the prop, you slide the bolster under your sacrum and place your sacrum over the bolster, and you can simply stay here, or you may like to extend your legs out. A nice arc being created in your spine here. Arms can be on the side or maybe up, whatever feels more comfortable to you. So we're going to stay here for about 4 to 5 minutes. I'm keeping an eye on the watch as well. And surrender. See how it feels to surrender. And a total surrender comes with faith, and I don't say the faith in God or faith in universe, I would say faith in yourself. Faith that no matter what happens in life, you will sail through. Having faith in yourself, that kind of faith that you would be able to sail through everything and anything that happens without resisting it, taking it as part of your experience, and enjoying, being able to enjoy life irrespective of what happens out there. And a total faith represents a kind of absence of the fear. So fear and faith can't really coexist in our mind. And it's just like we retrain our mind, we reprogram our mind to go beyond our fears and having faith in ourselves. And as you exhale, if your knees are straight, then draw your heels again closer to your sit bones. If your knees are already bent, fine. Drop. If you're not using the prop, drop your hips back on the ground. If you're using the prop, remove the prop from under your hips and bring your hips back down. We are going to hug our shin here to really relax our lower back. Pressing the knees towards the chest and press your lower back down. And slowly release. We are going to move to the twist, and you can choose whichever twist. You can place your foot wider than hip distance apart, both of your knees pointing up, hands on the side into the T shape, and then maybe drop both of your knees onto your right and place a cushion under each knee if you want to, looking at the opposite palm, or you can just bring knees together and drop them onto your left side. So I would leave that twist to you. Choose whichever twist feels good to you and do that. Moving back in the center and change the side. Coming back in the center, we can move now into relaxation. So you can either extend your legs out or support your knees with a bolster if you want. If you want your lower back to be touching the ground, then knees little lifted up with the bolster, supported, or cushion, whatever, roll towel would be better. Still keeping your legs away from each other. And lie down. If you want, you can support your head also with a cushion or something. Maybe covering yourself with a sheet if it is cold to get yourself a little bit more cozy. And allow yourself to just be without doing anything. So far, we were doing at least a little, and now there's no effort at all. There's total inaction. And there's total allowance, there's total receiving. You can sweep your awareness throughout the body, maybe from your toes all the way up to the crown of the head, from the crown of the head all the way down to your toes, and allow this body to relax. To begin with, maybe take your awareness to the center point between your eyebrows and feel as if from that center point the waves of relaxation are appearing and flowing throughout the body. And you're merging into that relaxation. If you're struggling to keep yourself hooked to the present moment, you can choose anything around you, the sensations, the touch point with the ground, your breath, or the sounds around you, the space touching the body. And remember that we are already relaxing into the space itself. We are part of the space, and the whole space is relaxing. And I'll ask you to continue this relaxation for as long as you wish. If you want to come out of your practice, maybe making some small little movements in your fingers, in your toes. You may want to rotate your wrist, your ankles. You may want to move your head from one side to the other. And bring your feet together, stretch your arms up, stretch your whole body. Make whatever sound that you feel like making to release whatever tension is left, maybe. And bend both of your knees, roll over to your right. Slowly lift yourself back up to come into your sitting asana. We are going to take a moment here to absorb this practice. Let us seal our practice for today with one Om, and with the gratitude, feeling grateful to be able to do this practice today together, to be able to have the space for the practice and the time and energy for this practice. Take a nice deep breath in. Thank you for joining me in this practice. I hope you have been able to enjoy this practice with me and are feeling rejuvenated, relaxed enough to go by your day or your evening if you're doing this practice in the evening. If you have any comments or anything to say, I would be happy to receive your comments in the comment section, and I really hope to see you soon again in some other practice. Until then, bye bye.